guys, welcome back again to another English class. Today we are gonna start doing our Unit 8 and the title for this is In the Movies. You are very experienced about creating movies, so we're gonna be talking about bloopers. So before starting this class, keep in mind you need your student's book on page 82 and 83, as well as your notebook, your blue, black, and red pens, and your pencil. When you are writing on your book, please make sure you're using your pencil. And for taking notes in your notebook, you have to use your pens, sorry. So, let's start with this. Before starting the reading, we have like a warm-up here. And the instruction mentions, look at the picture and read the title of the article, then answer the questions. So, what you have to do basically here is to check on the picture. What is wrong with that? So, question number 1 says, what is the problem in the picture? You can write in your book the answer, please. Number 2, what do you think the word blooper in the title means? And number 3, have you ever seen something like this in a movie or on TV? Okay, so regarding this reading, is it blooper what you really think it is? Tell me in the section comment what is a blooper for you. And okay, so after you answer this exercise, let's continue with the reading. Here, the title mentions, what a blooper, how did they let that happen? For this, we are going to listen and read this text. Please follow the reading, take notes about the pronunciation of the words, or if you have some doubts about some words that you cannot find in the dictionary or they are not familiar for you, you can leave a comment about it. So let's listen, please.
What a blooper! How did they let that happen? Have you ever seen a movie blooper? A blooper is a mistake where something has gone haywire in the continuity, editing, or indeed in the writing. People using mobile phones before they were invented, for example. Accidental bloopers can happen during filming, and a classic example can be seen in the movie Troy, 2004, which is set more than 3,000 years ago. When the legendary warrior Achilles, played by Brad Pitt, comes out of the Temple of Apollo, a plane can be seen in the sky. A quick online search will reveal hundreds of mistakes of one kind or another in this error-strewn film. The Godfather, 1972, the mafia movie rated as one of the best Hollywood movies of all time, contains a truly classic blooper. Most of the action takes place in the 1950s, but when one of the characters, Michael Corleone, is making his way into a restaurant, you can clearly see two long-haired hippies from the 1970s through the window in the street. Director Francis Ford Coppola once said that he still woke up in a cold sweat most mornings because he hadn't noticed this mistake during the editing process. Titanic, 1997. One of the biggest grossing movies of all time, has a list of avoidable bloopers so long that the screenplay writers and editors must blush to the roots of their hair every time they think about it. We will ignore the fact that the movie's central romance between Rose, Kate Winslet, and Jack, Leonardo DiCaprio, could not have happened on an ocean liner in 1912. Jack, a third-class passenger, would never have been allowed anywhere near the first-class deck where Rose was staying. So, they would never have even seen each other, let alone met. And there are plenty of other Titanic bloopers that get movie buffs hot under the collar. Jack said that he and his father had gone ice fishing on Lake Wissota in the state of Wisconsin. The problem is that Lake Wissota is a man-made reservoir that didn't exist until 1915, 3 years after the Titanic sank. The map of the world in the radio room showed countries with their 1997 names and borders. Rose said she admired a painting by Claude Monet called Water Lilies, which was actually painted in 1915. After the boat sank, the crew searched for survivors using flashlight torches. They must have been ahead of their time, as flashlights weren't invented until 1914. A close-up of the ship's captain clearly revealed that he was wearing contact lenses. Passengers smoked cigarettes with filter tips, which weren't introduced until the 1940s. So, Titanic is a disaster movie in more ways than one. But let's face it, if there weren't any bloopers in movies, we'd miss out on the pleasure of spotting them, wouldn't we?
Okay. This is very interesting. These are very interesting facts about famous movies. So let's continue with this exercise for comprehension. It says, read the article. Are these sentences true or false? Correct the false sentences, please. So let's start with number 1. The plane blooper is the only one in the movie Troy. Is it true or false? What do you think of that? Yeah, it is false. What about number 2? In The Godfather, you can see people who live in 2 decades after the film was set. And this is very true. They saw a couple of hippies walking around, right? Number 3. The director has never really got over that mistake, which is true. What about number 4? The romance between Jack and Rose in Titanic is very authentic. This is really false. Number 5. That reference to Lake Wissota is wrong because you can go ice fishing there. This is false. Number 6. The map of the world has countries in the wrong locations. That's false. Number 7. There could not have been a print of water lilies on board the Titanic. Why? Because water lilies were painted in 1915, it said. And this is true. Number 8. Passengers are seen smoking cigarettes on board, which was not allowed at that time. And this is false. This, I think, it's very easy comprehension exercise. So let's move forward with number 4. Choose the correct ending to these definitions. So we have some words here, and you have to use the correct one for each sentence. Number 1 mentions avoidable. Bloopers refer to mistakes in films. So which one would it be the appropriate ending? Made by the actors during filming, which should have been foreseen. What do you think is the appropriate? Choose one, please. And it's this, which should have been foreseen. Number 2, a legendary wearer probably refers to someone who played a central role in a film, someone famous from mythology. What do you think it is? Yes, someone famous from mythology. Number 3, if people are ahead of their time, they think in an innovative way. Good. Number 4, continuity problems in a film could include an actor hair or clothing looking different in consecutive shots. So, let's go forward with this box. And it says, read word zone. The expressions in a blue all mean things that can go wrong in the making of a movie. Can you explain their meaning? So this is a very interesting exercise because you're gonna analyze some little expressions that are not really common in English. This gives you another level of English, but they are actually very easy in their meaning. So you have to keep in mind this box. So number 1 mentions bloopers are where something has gone haywire in the making of a movie. So can you explain this, gone haywire? Number 2, everything was going so well, but then the actor fluffed his lines. What does fluff his lines means here? Number 3, that last shot was out of focus. Out of focus, what does this mean in this case? Number 4, the second take was ruined by a dog barking. ruined means what? Number 5. In the final shot, the background was in focus, but the actor's face was blurred. I know you know this word. This one is kind of common when you're taking pictures. When you're kind of blurry, so now you can answer these things. In number 1, it means gone badly wrong. Number 2, didn't say his script properly, or in few words he forgot his lines. Number 3, not clear. Number 4, negatively affected. And number 5, not clear. So, by the way, before I forget, in this reading, you have to make a task. Task number 1 mentions leave a comment on Facebook about this reading. What do you think of this information and bloopers? Is it bloopers what you really thought it was? And what's your favorite blooper in a movie? I want to see your comments because this is part of your participation. And remember that your participation has a value of 10% of the 100% of everything. So it can help you if you're not doing some homeworks. So please, I want to see your comments. And basically, this is how we're gonna end our class. This is all for today. Don't forget to send your evidence through the email from the school. And have a good day. I will see you, well, not really see you, but I will be in contact with you on Friday. So have a nice day. Bye.